Diretsuhin ko na po yung tanong, did you have a hand in this impeachment?
Just get your thoughts on the statement of Representative Paulo Duterte that the impeachment was just...
Kapansin-pansin na unang pumirma sa endorsement ng anak ninyo.
They have to do this now. Once the impeachment complaint was filed, tumakbo na ang proseso.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Good afternoon. Well, the reason I called this press conference is that, first of all, I remember that over the Christmas holidays, I promised you that I will be more accessible to the press. And I am now fulfilling that promise. And because, to tell you the truth, I've been a little bit dissatisfied with the ambush interview. Kasi some of the things that we talk about are not simple na isang soundbite lang kuha na. Hindi pwede yun. So, so I thought that we should have a proper press conference where you can ask your questions, take your time asking the question, hindi tayo nagmamadali. And to continue that, I think I've asked Cesar to arrange that we do this at least once a month, unless there's something very, very important, like there is today. Now, I know I have been watching, of course, I've been watching the coverage on the impeachment proceedings in the different, both from the traditional media and social media. And maliwanag naman na marami kayong itatanong. Kaya sabi ko, hindi naman yung mga sagot ko hindi makukuha sa isang sentence lang. Kaya kailangan siguro gawin na natin to. And so anyway, so let's start a subject on the impeachment of Vice President Sara by the House of Representatives. Now, I think it is useful, siguro para maunawaan talaga natin ang mga pangyayari, at bilang siguro parang paliwanag na rin doon sa mga tanong na nakikita ko sa mga commentator. Number one, maalala ninyo, nagsimula lahat ito nung I made the pronouncement, sinabi ko na ayaw ko yung sana wag na tayo mag-impeachment dahil madaming ibang trabaho at actually it's also not practical. At nung panahon na yon, nung una kong sinabi yun, wala pang nagfa-file ng impeachment. Kaya't sana, I was hoping na makumbinsi ko lahat ng kung sino man, wag na muna natin gawin ito. Kung talagang meron kayong paniniwala na kailangan gawin ito, wag naman siguro muna ngayon at marami pa tayong gagawin. Kaya't kung titignan naman ninyo, yung mga kaalyado ko sa House of Representatives, wala sa kanila ang nag-file. Wala sa sumunod naman nila sa hiniling ko sa kanila na wag silang mag-file ng impeachment dahil hindi magandang timing at saka marami pang problema. Ngunit, may ibang grupo, of course, the Makabayan Group out of the House of Representatives, Senator Laila De Lima, the religious group nag-file ng tatlo. And if you remember, nung statement si JPE na sinasabi niya hindi pwedeng pigilin yan dahil may grupo na ayaw. I think he was referring to Iglesia ni Cristo. So sinabi niya, hindi naman natin pwedeng pigil dahil may grupo o may tao na ayaw yan. At sinabi ko sa inyo, nung tinanong niyo sa akin, sabi ko, I agree with him. Totoo. And if you remember, my words were this: they will not, once the impeachment complaints are filed, they have no choice. The House has no choice. The Senate has no choice. Kailangan nilang i-proseso ang impeachment complaint. And that's exactly what has happened. Once the impeachment complaints were filed, the House and the Senate, they had no choice. Nakatali na ang kamay nila. They have to do this, and they have to do it in recognition of the complaints that have been filed. So yun ang nangyari ngayon, and that's why we have come to this point where the House has transmitted already the impeachment complaint to the Senate. We have heard some of the statements made by the Senate President as to how he is planning to handle it. So we will have to see, because it is many, as you've heard before, and that we heard many times during the Corona trial, these impeachment trials are sui generis. And therefore, we have to be very clear how the rules are and how it will be conducted. Yun ang naalala ko, because I was also in the House and I was in the Senate during the Corona trial. Kaya I have some understanding do sa mga procedure. But anyway, that's the way I see it. That's the way that happened. And now I'll open the floor to any questions of yours.
Thank you, Mr. President. First question, Ivan Marina, GMA7.
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Good afternoon.
While it is true na constitutional duty ng House na to act on the impeachment complaint, meron ho silang choice kung i-endorse nila o hindi. Diretsuhin ko na po yung tanong, did you have a hand in this impeachment?
No, the executive cannot have a hand in the impeachment. Walang role ang executive sa impeachment. Of course, did we discuss it with the Speaker? Did we discuss it with the other congressmen? Of course. And tinatanong, anong plano ninyo? Ano ba talagang gusto ninyong gawin? And that's it. Well, nandito na ito. Hindi na namin maiwasan.
But the conventional thinking, Mr. President, is that nothing comes to pass in the House without the President or without Malacanang's blessing.
Well, you give me too much credit. But again, what the House has done is clearly the mandate that they have been, the constitutional mandate that they have to proceed with the impeachment complaints. So that's why I think they're just following the procedure. And punot dulo nito na-transmit nila ang impeachment complaints sa upper house.
One last point from my end, Mr. President. Kapansin-pansin na unang pumirma sa endorsement ng anak ninyo. Did he seek your advice on this, and what did you tell him?
Of course, he did. And I said, it was very simple, but I told him. And he said, you know, mukhang magpipirmahan na. What's your opinion? What I should do? And I told him. I said the process is begun. It has parang batas yan eh. When you're in the legislature, when you file a bill, okay, House Bill number 1, 2, 3, etc., etc. Pag file mo niyan, that bill takes a life of its own. Kahit anong gawin ng congressman na nag-file o senador na nag-file, kahit ayaw niya yung mga changes na magagawin doon sa kanyang bill, wala na siyang magagawa. Because the bill is going through the process as it should. And part of that process will be amendments, etc., additions, all that. The impeachment complaint is exactly the same. Once it has been filed, there is a procedure that needs to be followed already. So sabi ko, andyan na tayo, sabi ko kay Kong Sandro, sabi ko sa kanya, the process has already begun. So, it's your duty now to support that process. So do your duty. That's what I told you. Do your duty. You have to support the process. You are constitutionally mandated to carry out that process. And you are a congressman, so do your duty. That's what I told him. I didn't know you'd be the first to sign, though.
Maricel Halili, News 5.
Sir, magandang hapon po. Sir, you were very vocal before na ayaw niyo po ng impeachment because it's not the right time. But now na it's there already, paano niyo po ito nakikita na makakaapekto, especially dun sa mga ongoing priorities?
Well, it depends on how the Senate chooses to handle it. Hindi pa maliwanag kung ano yung plano ni Senate President at saka yung ating mga senador. Kung paano nila gagawin, if they will immediately convene, if they will still study the rules, if they are going to wait until the next session. So we'll have to wait until they decide on how it's going to be.
Pero just to be categorical about it, sir, don't you see this as a defiance in a way, considering na naging vocal na po kayo before that this is not the right time, and yet nag-proceed pa rin yung impeachment case?
No. I'm sure that the parties that filed the impeachment cases felt strongly about it, and despite my importunings and expressing my opinion that we really would rather not have the impeachment, they continue to do that. So it's not defiance. May ganyan ang kanilang paniniwala. Sa kanilang paniniwala, kailangan gawin ito. Kahit na sinabi ko na sana wag na, hindi pwede, hindi namin pwedeng palampasin ito. Ganun ang thinking nila. So tinuloy nila. And I don't view that as a defiance. I view that as they're expressing what they feel to be right. Thank you.
Last na lang po, wala po bang plano ang ating Pangulo na pakiusapan po sila? Kayo po, wala po ba kayong plano bilang Pangulo ng ating bansa para pakiusapan mo sila na huwag nang ituloy yung impeachment dahil baka abala nga naman po sa trabaho ng ating gobyerno at syempre sa buhay at pamumuhay ng ating mga kababayan?
The Senate has no choice. The House has no choice. They have to do this now. Once the impeachment complaint was filed, tumakbo na ang proseso. At kung hindi nila ipatakbo yung proseso, then they are delinquent in their duties. That's why they just have. That's what I meant. The House has no choice. They have to proceed with the impeachment complaint. The Senate now has no choice. They have to try the impeachment complaint. So making pakiusap, doing that, it won't change anything. It won't change anything. They still have to have a trial.
Chona Yu, People's Journal.
Sir, natapos na yung session kahapon ng Congress. Magpapatawag po ba kayo ng special session para so that the Senate can proceed with the
If
impeachment
the
trial?
senators ask for it, yes. Again, sila ang magde-decide. Hindi kami ang nagde-decide dito. If the Senate President calls me up on the telephone, the senators, kinausap ko yung mga senator kung pwede ba mag-special session, sure, gagawin ko. Pero kung wala silang request na ganun, ibig sabihin, may iba pa silang ginagawa. They're not yet ready.
Wala pang request ngayon, sir.
How?
Wala pang request as we
Napakaaga
speak.
naman, they just got it yesterday.
Thank you, sir.
Oo.
Ann Soberano, Bombo Radyo.
Sir, good afternoon. Just want to get your thoughts lang, sir. May kumakalat kasing mga issue din na may mga kapalit na ayuda po. Yung mga pumirma pong mga congressman sa impeachment ay binigyan po daw ng ayuda. Your thoughts on this? Baka sakali, sir, na diversionary tactics or they wanted to undermine yung credibility po ng House?
They're undermining the process. By saying that all this, that, yeah, I've heard also the assertion that may ganon. I don't think so. Overwhelming ang boto ang pumirma. At yung sa ano ba yung pumirma 215. Ang pagkaintindi ko that meron pang mga congressman na gusto sanang pumirma pero out of town. So hindi sila makapunta para pumirma. In fact, nagtatanong ang iba kung pwede e-signature. Mukhang hindi pwede kasi kailangan ka sa harap ng section at saka isusumpa at saka naka-notarize. So, but I don't think that kind of two-thirds of the Senate, 306 sila, they got 215. So just a little bit over two-thirds, hindi mo makukuha sa ganong klaseng sistema yan. I know. I've been in Congress. I don't think that way of operating would have worked. Certainly not to the extent that you get 215 signatures.
Ana Badjo, GMA News Online.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, may we just get your thoughts on the statement of
Representative Paulo Duterte that the impeachment was just an abuse of power and political persecution?
What else would he say? Alam mo naman sabihin niya, tama lahat yan. Dapat talaga siya. It's nothing surprising. We've heard these statements from Congressman Pulong before. I just see his reaction to that. But by Pulong Duterte about Sara Duterte, so not exactly surprising. Okay?
Thank you,
Anyone?
sir.